Who's there? Come out! Show yourself!
Declare yourself citizen.
Citizen 7014. And you?
Citizen 3106.
How long have you been here?
A while.
When did you arrive? What had happened? Are there others?
There were.
Few. And now? What have you got?
Nothing.
Give it here.
I don't know what
I
you're...
said give it here.
You pretty coy. That was my last bag.
Lucky you didn't even have one.
That was my last ration. I have nothing left now.
Where did you even get it from?
From the living. What about your stash? Is it all gone?
What stash? I never even had one.
One more fool you.
Sorry, I'm just starving.
You think you're the only one? Don't forget it. It's gone now anyway. No point talking about it.
Have you been out there?
Are you mad?
You can't stay here forever.
Like I've got a choice.
Well, you can't stay here forever.
Sure. Haven't already been here forever. Feels like it anyway.
Well, if you've got no food, you better get out and see if you can find some, hadn't you? Plus, there might be some more citizens.
There are no more citizens. I told you, I'm here on my own.
But that's what you thought before. And then I turned up. There might be more of us still.
Maybe that's what I'm afraid of. What if they're the other night?
Look, we need food.
I don't know what you expect. It's an empty school. Everyone and everything gone. Clean the food.
But you said yourself, you haven't been beyond that door. There might be something. We'll have to at least try.
No. You go.
I'm not going on my own. Come on, we need to stick together.
Not sure exactly why.
Because we might be the only two left. And if not, then there's strength in numbers. Come on, please.
Okay. There's no food here.
Be positive. We might find some.
There's no point. You won't find anything.
I'll just keep looking.
What on earth is that?
Be careful.
Do you think it's a transcender?
A transcender? No, it's far too big.
It might be one of those old ones though. It looks a bit like it.
Look, there's a button. Try it.
Why's up? It'll not work. It's ancient.
Well, what do you know?
Can't believe it.
Hello people of the future, the year is 2013. Our history class has been set the task of creating an electronic time capsule based on the theme of community. Over the course of the year we are going to examine what it means to be a member of our local community here in Ballinahinch. Our aim is to explore this theme from as wide a range of perspectives as possible. We hope you enjoy it.
They must have done research. Hit that one.
I think most of today's youth do not have it easy. They're classed as louts and wasters, and not all of them are like this.
I just like a bit of respect. Most of the time you get it. But some folks don't really seem to have been brought up to respect their elders the way we were. That's sad.
In terms of your standing in the community, I think retirement can be difficult, as some people feel they lose their identity along with their jobs.
I think the stereotypes older people face are that they are maybe seen as a bit dottery, out of touch, a bit old-fashioned, and really sometimes a bit of a nuisance.
Having lived through the Troubles in Northern Ireland, I hope we never go through that again. It had an awful effect on the community.
Ballinahinch is a lovely place to live.
Let me see this one next.
Today's headline. Large parts of Northern Ireland were brought to a standstill today as protests against a recent government policy began to take effect. Thousands of angry citizens gathered in major cities such as Newry, Belfast and Derry to protest against government plans to enforce that all citizens wear a compulsory identification badge, labelling themselves as official citizens of Northern Ireland, or OCNI for short. Protesters claim that this policy will make some citizens feel as if their own cultural and personal identity is being affected. This move has caused increased tensions in several parts of Ireland, and small businesses are being affected as well. Our reporter on the scene, Caroline Reid, has this report.
Thank you, Ciara. I'm here in Ballinahinch, County Down, one of the many areas badly affected by the badge crisis. I am here with two local business owners, Miss Fitzsimons and Miss Savage. How has the OCNI badge protest affected your business?
Well, we haven't been able to open on a number of days as it just isn't safe. We've had to board up the windows and we've had to pay money for damage repairs. If things continue like this, we'll be out of business for sure.
How have your experiences been, Miss Savage?
My restaurant's been empty for weeks now. These protesters are driving everyone away. It's tearing my business apart and it's soon going to tear this community apart as well.
Things don't look good here and it's a similar picture all across the country. How much more of this can businesses and community take? Troubling times ahead for Ireland. Back to you in the studio, Ciara.
Did you ever hear about that? No, I never. But maybe that's what kicked all this off.
It definitely does seem like a starting point.
Yeah, it does.
Press that up.
Today we'll be discussing the impact of the OCNI badge scandal that's threatening to push Northern Ireland to the brink of social and economic destruction. We have three guests on the show today to help us make some sense of the events that have unfolded in recent weeks. We have Professor of Economics Dr. Cora Timoney, local community spokesperson Niamh Carson, and migration expert Professor Valentine. Mrs. Carson, what impact is this crisis having on communities in Northern Ireland?
Well, as you can see, this decision to enforce the OCNI badge has had a terrible effect on community relations. People resent having an identity forced on them by the government and seem to be more concerned with focusing on differences. As a result, people feel hostile towards the government and also towards each other. These symbolic issues seem to bring out the worst in people.
But surely we don't ever want to be the same. Should we not celebrate difference?
Yes, we should, but people seem to use difference and symbolism as a way to create conflict.
Dr. Timoney, what can you tell us about the impact of this crisis on the economy?
This crisis could be the worst thing to happen to the economy for centuries. As the protests grow, people are unable and unwilling to work. This could pull apart the economy because people are just going to stop visiting Northern Ireland and also they're going to stop spending money here. I really fear for the country if we don't sort this out immediately.
Worrying times indeed. Thank you, Dr. Timoney. And what about the effects on immigration, Professor? Can you tell us?
Well, we are currently seeing incredibly high levels of migration in Northern Ireland. Conflicts and protests have ruined the economy and there are very few jobs, so people are moving away for work. On top of this, the breakdown of the community has led many others to seek a more peaceful life elsewhere. If we do not seriously consider our actions, there could be no one left in Northern Ireland in less than a century.
I'm starting to feel a bit sick.
No, things are becoming only too clear.
What does that say? History Reboot. If we press this button, we can delete the past 200 years and start again.
Let me see. Are you sure?
Well, that's what it says.
History Reboot. Press button to return to 2013. All citizens will travel back in time. What do we do?
Oh, I don't know. How do we adapt? What do you think?
Well, after looking at all that, it's clear it's not perfect in 2013 either.
What do you mean?
Well, I know there was community and all, and that's good. But there was still some tension, and people feeling isolated and misunderstood.
But there were still some people who said it's a lovely place to live.
Yeah, but what about those who said they felt invisible? I don't fancy going back to strained community relations. Not after what happened. I couldn't face it.
But that's the point. That's why we need to go back. Because now here, all is lost. It's over for us now. But if we go back, it's not too late. We can warn them.
Warn them?
Yeah, we'll tell them what happens if they don't stop it in their tracks.
And how would you even explain it? Tell them how the tiny cracks get bigger until the community is so fractured it disintegrates. They wouldn't believe what happens. Sometimes I don't believe it myself.
We have to make them listen. We have to at least try. This is our only chance.
This is everybody's only chance, citizen.
Press the button.
I'm scared.
Give me your hand. We'll do it together.
Community. Somewhere there are people to whom we can speak with passion, without having the words catch in our throats. Somewhere a circle of hands will open to receive us, eyes will light up as we enter, voices will celebrate with us whenever we come into our own power. Community means strength that joins our strength, to do the work that needs to be done, arms to hold us when we falter, a circle of healing, a circle of friends.
Walls across the world.